he kind of just hung back and worked down on his own yesterday. What was kind of his, that was the plan.
Yeah. I mean, when you're suspended, you can't even win the arena, so no reason to have a guy go on a trip and then stay here and work out. So he stayed, worked out, and so we started tonight.
I think he might help. I guess maybe with a couple of shots.
Well, that'd be nice. We're we just played our ninth game, our first real one, but our ninth game, and we've yet to shoot the ball well. And so, Carlos has shot it well from three. He's done that in the exhibition season, and it felt like last night in the third quarter when we were getting really good looks, we couldn't make a shot. It would have been nice to see him out there.
Keep the young kids focused in a little bit on opening night. They usually okay with hoopla and everything.
Well, I wouldn't just put that on young kids. I've seen veterans on opening night looking awful nervous out there too sometimes. So, I was really pleased with obviously the way Brandon played last night in his first pro game, and now we'll see if he can follow it up.
It's got the Detroit guards gave you so much trouble. No real, but you still got buying them.
Right, yeah.
Else to deal with.
The good news is, we don't have to deal with Rip, but it's still Stuckey, Gordon, and Bynum, and those are the three guys that caused us the most trouble. We had great difficulty keeping them in front of us, and then when we did keep them in front of us, they just kind of put their bodies on us, stepped back, and shot right over us. So, it'll be a big challenge tonight. We'll need help from our big guys to help keep them corralled a little bit, and then our smaller guards just have to do their best to try to keep their bodies as strong as they can, not let them push off, and when they jump, try to challenge and make them miss.
I mean, we saw that last night. I mean, teams are going to go at 5 fouls. You're going to have to watch that, right?
Yeah, well, they've been going at it. I mean, he has. Nobody's made a secret. He's got a lot to learn on that end of the floor. But he has other than the slight frame. He's got the tools. He's got quick feet. He's got quick hands. It's just every night he's playing against somebody he's never played against before. Almost. Not tonight. He's played against these guys in exhibition, but the stakes are higher now, and there's no question on the other team's scouting reports. It's going to say go at him. The team's going to try to go at him, but that's the same with pretty much any rookie. The team's going to try to take advantage of it. He's just got to continue to work, and he is. He's working at it on that end. He's trying to learn and get better, but while that's going on, we're going to have to try to protect him a little bit out there.
You mentioned going up against guys he's never played against. On the flip side, though, they've never played against him. How much can he use that to his advantage?
Well, he can. He did last night. I think. Especially twice in the open floor, once in the first half and once in the second. I think his burst of quickness probably surprised him a little bit, and he was able to get the hole, and he's got some, cleverness when he gets to the basket. He can, probably as time goes on, he'll become even a better and better finisher. But his quickness kind of got on him quickly, I guess is the word. But now there's a tape of him playing in a real game, which Detroit, all night, looks at, and now there'll be a report on him, and so it's constantly adjusting. I'm sure tonight they'll try to be aggressive with him. Anytime we go to our pick and roll game and get the ball out of his hands. But overall, last night he made a couple fatigue turnovers a little bit, but for the most part, he makes good decisions with the ball.
Some people pointed out last night. He's looking at 12, 13 assists.
Yeah, I felt like realistically 15 after 15, I looked at it. Yeah,
after the tape.
There were three just wide open pro shots or shots that pros have to make. And then the drop off to Bogues, he dropped that one.
Right.
There's four, and then there was Danny's missed dunk. So he could have had a huge night.
When he plays that well, and Andrew had an off night, Michael kind of just there.
Had an off night.
Yeah.
It's okay.
How much is that?
People can't say that about Mike.
How much is that?
I never quite understood that, but that can be said.
Yeah. How much of a disappointment is that? Because those are the guys you really have to call.
Absolutely. We need 3, 4, 5, 6 guys playing well in a game, in order to win the game. Even if Michael goes for 28 and Andrew goes for 20 and 10 and nobody else does anything, we're probably not going to win that game either. We need multiple guys playing well, and we certainly had our opportunities last night. We had plenty of opportunities to take control of that game. As I said, we felt like particularly after looking at our offense. I mean, we have plenty of good looks. We just, at some point, we've got to, be pros and make shots.
Andrew was pretty upset with his performance.
And rightfully so.
You saw his comments. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see his comments, but he should have been.
Yeah.
He didn't look like himself. He was erect. He was out of his stance. Didn't move around very well. Their length seemed to bother him.
And they were kind of pushing him out.
Yeah. So he normally doesn't go back to back, games playing like that. I would imagine he'll respond tonight with a big game.
None of that came back last night, any of the back issues?
No.
Scott, when you think, also you're trying to figure out a rotation, like you mentioned, because the preseason you were able to do some things, but you didn't have everybody.
Right.
So realistically, how long does that take? It may take a couple of weeks for you really to be comfortable.
Yeah, but I think every team, maybe not every team, but an awful lot of teams go through that. The Pistons have Charlie V and Ben Gordon. They've got a new coach. They're watching Washington, New Jersey. Flips there, but they have a new coach. Gilbert's back. Tonight Butler's out. There's always something going on. I think one of the most overrated things to discuss is a rotation. Most of the coaches now, you like to have your top 10 guys or whatever, but during the course of the game you're going small, you're going big. Sometimes you can three perimeter player, 3 guards, shooting forward. There's just so many ways you can go to kind of change the game. I think it's kind of an overrated thing.
You didn't go a lot with Andrew in the fourth quarter because he was struggling. I would take it as a first pick and a leader, and first pick in the draft and a leader on your team. Are you waiting for him to get to that point where he's the kind of guy who gets the chance to work through a night like that instead of finding time on the bench?
Well, I think we do have to take into account that he hasn't played in a game since January. So I'm not upset or anything that he didn't play well. I'm just acknowledging that he didn't play well. I don't think that's that unusual. He's played in some exhibition games, but we had to guard his minutes, and so last night was his first game. As I said, he play as well as he can, but I think he'll start playing well.
Is that kind of the next step for him in his career to become that player who's earned the chance to work through rough nights?
Well, look, when you play the kind of third quarter we did, and you're down 12 with 7-8 minutes to go in the game, you're showing absolutely no signs that you can come back. There are going to be other guys in the game. You're going to go to the bench and see if you can't mix it up and get things going. It doesn't matter who it is. We did that, and we gave ourselves a chance. We got to 5, and Capono hit a big 3, and then we came down, had a wide open 3 by Ersan that went in and out, and that was pretty much it. But we at least gave ourselves a chance. But Bogues left the court. He went in the locker room at one point as well. So, but I wouldn't have gone back. I wouldn't have gone back to him anyway. I like the way that group was playing.
Ersan, what do you think? You struggled a little bit with his passing?
I thought he did a nice job, but kind of had a typical, first game. We had a stretch in the third where, we had trouble just staying on our feet. We were stumbling, and Urs fell over, and Hack had some troubles by the basket, and just things that, we haven't done that yet, and whether it was, just nervousness or I think each guy, as we started to miss, then oftentimes guys will start trying to do things they can't do, and it's well intentioned, but usually if you're doing things you can't do, it's not going to work out.
Same slide group time conception comments?
Yes. Yep.
Thanks.